On this date, 80 years ago, thousands were witness to the deadliest wartime attack in American history as over 350 Japanese aircraft attacked the Pearl Harbor Naval Base in Hawaii. By the time the attack had been finished, over 2,000 American soldiers were dead. These days, there are very few throughout America who survived the attack that are still with us, especially locally. WFCN News spoke with the oldest living local Pearl Harbor survivor who just celebrated his 100th birthday. Leonard Crawford of Benton has kept the events of that fateful day to himself throughout most of his life. During World War II, Crawford served 6 years in the military, spending only 17 days in the United States and the rest overseas.
I've never talked too much about my service. Until the last year or so, I talked more about it than I ever have. And a lot of people don't even know I was in the service, you know. Everything was locked up. It was Sunday morning. And so all we could do is sit and watch it go on. And after he got through with the bombing, this one plane come over he was strafing. And he was low enough over our building that you could see him laughing in the plane. He was something funny about it. I don't know what it was, but it was funny to him anyway.
Crawford believes our nation still has a lot to learn from the attack on Pearl Harbor, and he hopes education to younger generations will help keep the memories of those lost alive.
Well, I'll tell you, everything changes so fast. It's pretty hard to know what's next. And sometimes I wonder if they learned anything about World War II. And we had nothing to start with. That's the problem. We had to learn everything the hard way. You'd be surprised how fast back then everybody come together. I mean, overnight they was into it.
Crawford says it has been difficult to go about life over the past year following the passing of his wife of 75 years, who supported him during his time in the service.
That 75 years went by awful fast. I lost her year before last in 2020. And them years, I was raising a family, I was busy, never even thought about the service hardly. And we both, she worked in the factories while I was in the service, and we had a real good life together, and that's what I miss more.